How's it going? Welcome to the Guitar Effect. My name's Rob. In this video we're going to be taking a look at this, the Jam Pedals Double Dreamer. But before we do, I'll ask you to please like and subscribe and hit the notifications bell so you can be kept up to date every time I put out a new video. So I suppose the first thing we should do is take a listen to this Double Dreamer in a track. So here you go. So, the Double Dreamer, right? So here it is. This is my first ever Jam Pedals pedal. I picked it up here locally on a free ads website in Ireland. What it is, it's a tube screamer and an amp style overdrive in one box, with obviously you have 2 foot switches, one for each effect, and then a gain boost in the middle. Now, interesting thing about this, right? This is a pure luxury buy. I managed to get some money from YouTube revenue from selling off some pedals to buy myself something nice, and I don't need this. Normally everything I buy, I have an idea for how to use it, and this, I'm going to replace a pedal I have that I'm very happy with the way it's working currently, just because of piece of functionality this has. And what that is, these 2 input jacks on the side, right? I'm a real sucker for functionality. I love it. They're both in and out jacks like any other pedal, obviously, right? But also, they can act as TRS jacks for an input and output of both sides individually. So if you use a loop switcher like a Boss ES8, ES5, Musicom Lab switcher, one of the gig rig ones, anything like that, where you put all your pedals into a switching system, you can take each side of this and put it into an individual loop and effectively turn it into 2 separate pedals, which is really, really useful in that scenario. Also, you can change the order of them inside, as in you can change which goes into which. There's a switch here that allows you to assign the gain boost either onto the transparent overdrive, both, or just a tube screamer. By the way, the 2 pedals are individual Jam pedals. This is the Tube Dreamer, which is a tube screamer type pedal, and this is the Lucy Dreamer, which is like I'll tell you what it kind of sounds like to me, actually. It's interesting. It kind of sounds like a tube screamer, but with no mids or no bass taken away, right? So it's kind of a full range, slightly mid pushed overdrive. An interesting thing about this, right? Normally when you have pedals like this, or at least the ones I would seek out, would have like a blues breaker and a tube screamer, or some sort of amp in a box style kind of transparent drive in a tube screamer. So almost like a distortion and a overdrive. This very much sounds like 2 separate overdrives. It's not, and this Lucy Dreamer side is like nothing I've ever heard before. It's quite different. And like I said, it kind of sounds like a tube screamer, but with the bottom end still there. They're more similar than you might think. And then the other thing about the Lucy Dreamer is it has a blend knob, which allows you to blend in your clean signal, which changes the characteristic of the overdrive hugely. It's really, really good, this, for when you want like a pass, clean, picking kind of just slightly broken up sound. Really, really good, the Lucy Dreamer, for that. And then obviously the tube screamer is a tube screamer. It has a slightly different characteristic. I think they're using a different type of clipping or something like that. I don't know. I'm not technical. I don't know what it is. And then the gain boost is really useful. It works really well on both sides. And like I said, you could have like your light overdrive, your heavy overdrive, have this as a lead boost. Or you could have both of them have the lead boost on. You could have light overdrive, tube screamer, and then lead boost with both of them on. There's loads of ways you can use it. So a really amazing piece of kit. It's got a 9-volt power supply in. It's beautifully built. Like, the switches are gorgeous. The knobs feel really positive underhand. The design on it, like, I'm a graphic designer. That's what I do for a living. A lot of what attracted me to this was I've always wanted one of their pedals, like the typeface and everything. It's just gorgeous. I don't know whether it's screen printed or hand painted, but it must be maybe sprayed with a stencil or something like that. But just the design of it is fabulous. I love it. And I'm not one for nice things. Like, I like things that work well as opposed to things that feel luxurious, and this feels really luxurious. It's funny. The packaging that comes in is phenomenal. So anyway, enough of my talking. Let's have a listen to it. The Jam Pedals Double Dreamer. Okay, so starting off on the Lucy Dreamer side, this is my guitar. I'm playing this 60s reissue. I can't remember the series. Classic series Telecaster from about 10 years ago. It's a Mex Telecaster. Standard config Telecaster. I'm tuned to standard tuning with a drop D. Bridge pickup, middle pickup, neck pickup. Tone and volume up full. So it's kind of it's still clean. The bright switch on the amp, and I have the treble boosted a little bit because I wanted a trebly sound. So on the Lucid Dreamer side, this is my favourite settings here. The most important control here is the tone. So if I put the tone back to a quarter, it's incredibly dark. Now that shows that the tone is a really good way of taming a very, very bright amp guitar situation. If I wind the tone into the middle. And if I wind the tone to 3/4. That's the tone. I'm going to put the tone back in the middle for a second. I'll explain how I'm going to use this in a minute. Then you have the mix knob. So mix knob all the way off. And then mix all the way on. Okay, it's really interesting. You can really see how bringing the mix back gets more top end in. Mixing in clean signal. So I like to mix maybe 3/4 and then the drive back. And the drive up full. Okay, I have to drive maybe just past halfway, and then the level obviously off. Drop my pick. So the drive off, nothing. Or the volume off, I should say. Volume a third. Volume half. Volume 2/3. And volume full. Now, it's worth mentioning, I have my amp at, my amp is going through the emulated output, which means it's not using the full amount of it's not using the speaker, and what that means is I can drive the clean channel quite hard. It's a clean channel at 2/3 here, so as I mentioned, when it's clean, still clean, but it's got a bit of presence, so the full volume is making it louder, but it's also driving the front end significantly. I like the volume out there. Okay, so first thing I'm going to talk about is if I turn this off, the tone knob. If I turn the pedal on with the tone on full, so that's a nice sound. It's got a good balanced sound, right? If I put the tone up to 2/3, that's too bright. However, this is also very bright. I like having that amount of brightness on top, but generally what I'll do is I'll wind the tone back slightly on my guitar. So that I have extra brightness there if I want. Generally I'll play somewhere in there. In order for that to work, the drive has to, or the tone has to be at 2/3. If I want more. So that really, really works. Okay, so that's the tone knob. I'm actually going to push it back a little bit. Oh, sensitive. Okay, then say I'm playing that riff. More drive button, amazing. Less drive. Oh, sorry, that was still more drive. Less drive. More drive. Fantastic. Beautiful, beautiful drive tone. So getting onto the Tube Dreamer side then. Literally the only guitars that I like Tube Screamers with are Telecasters on the bridge pickup. That's Tube Dreamer, Lucy Dreamer. Tube Dreamer. It's a little bit louder, I should bring it back. It's just a really, really nice Tube Screamer. Yeah, great. So just to show that's a little bit of the versatility, the tone back of the Tube Screamer. It's a lovely thickness to single coils this. So then combining them back to the Tube Screamer. It's just a really nice lead. So yeah, like you have your clean sound, the option of a Tube Screamer, or a transparent kind of sounding drive. You can boost that. Pretty amazing pedal. I think it's going to fit well into my rig, especially with that Y switching capability. Pretty happy. Okay, so there you go. This is expensive. I think, I'll put it in the description, but I think these are around €250 new, which for two boutique pedals is not that much really. I got it for 150 second hand, which I think was a real good deal, and it'll retain that value as well should I decide to move it on. I'm going to be using it instead of a TC Electronic overdrive on my board, and the reason for that is that being able to turn them on independently with a remote switcher is very, very interesting to me. So if you're looking for an overdrive or a tube screamer and a transparent overdrive, you can get pedals that do this way cheaper than this and do it just as well. That's the truth. But they won't have the gain boost. They won't have the switchable order thing. And they won't have this individual jack in and out. I think that's a really nice feature of this pedal. And also, it's just a lovely thing. Like, it's an expensive, lovely thing. Like, it's a handmade, hand-built, hand-painted, hand-yada-yada, nice thing. And it feels like it, and I enjoy that about it. I don't indulge myself really much like that. I like functional stuff, but this is a really lovely thing. So if you like lovely things and you want to get a tube screamer and a amp in a box, get this. It's class. It feels like how much it costs, put it that way. It's a hard thing to communicate that. So the the Double Dreamer, great overdrive pedal. And it's very much that, by the way. It's not an overdrive and distortion. It's two different flavors of overdrive. So if you've watched this far, as always, I say thanks for watching. If you have, I'll ask you to please like and subscribe. Any questions or comments, happy to answer them. Throw them in the comment section down below. And I'll see you in another video again soon, I guess. Take it easy. Bye-bye.